Hello, friend. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let us see how we can calculate band gap. So, the traditional method to calculate band gap is just to get density of state for structure, and with density of state, we find the energy region over which the density of state is zero, and we call it band gap. Okay, or we can find band structure of a material and highest the difference between the energy of highest occupied uh, band and lowest unoccupied band is called band structure. So how we actually calculate? So in density functional theory we give some input for calculation like wave function cutoff, charge density cutoff, key mass, and pseudo potential, and etc. So we give some input, and then we calculate band structure and density of the state, and with the help of this we can uh, calculate band gap. And this calculated band gap we compare with experimental data. So if it is matching, like there are very less difference between both, then input parameter are reliable and we can proceed for other calculation, like your calculation is okay, no problem. But if it does not matches, so what you have to do, you have to again calibrate your own inputs, and then you have to calculate band structure and dos again. So this will uh, very tough task to calibrate all the variables again and again, and then find some experimentally reliable band gap. So there is a trick we can calculate without going in such detail. So let us see how we can calculate band gap directly without calculation of density state and band structure. I will use BURAI software. This can also be done in Quantum ESPRESSO, but it will be very easy in BURAI. So let us see. So let us open BURAI. So uh, I will take one example from the already given examples, like I will use the example of silicon. So what you have to do, you have to open this example and check one thing, that n band, like how many bands are there. So for silicon it is 32. This number of band depends on the type of unit cell and type of atoms present in unit cell. So what happens, it varies for different material, different elements. So if you open some other examples, so it will be different. Like if I open aluminum, so for aluminum number of bands will be 16. So we have to remember this number of band. For silicon it is 32. So let us come to in SCF calculation, and uh, let's fill all these default values, like the plane wave cutoff is 25 and wave charge density cutoff is 100, and use this key mesh like 2 cross 2 cross 2. You can optimize it later, but I am showing just example how to calculate band gap, so I will go with this. uh, what I will do, I will keep the smearing fixed, and a bit I want to update this input file, like in system card I will put nb and d is equal to 32 and update this input file. So n band is 32 updated. Now let us run this calculation and see what happens. So I can save this project like silicon bands test, and let us run it now. So the calculation is running, and it seems to have completed, and let us check result. So this is result, and you can find energy in this, but we will open this one. And here just type uh, highest occupied and search. So here it's highest occupied uh, and lowest occupied level. So here we can see the energy of highest occupied and lowest unoccupied level. So we can take difference of it, like the lowest unoccupied is the lowest unoccupied is 6.8149, and highest occupied energy is 6.0586. So the difference of both is nearly 0.756 electron volt. So this is how we can calculate directly with SCF calculation band gap for any material. Now I can change these input like wave function cutoff, charge density cutoff, and other parameters, and then we will try to match this the band gap to experimental value, and for the reliable band gap we will proceed for further calculation. So I just wanted to show you how we can directly calculate band gap in much less time. Thanks for watching.